morning, Jackednnerdy fans. Welcome to my non-spoiler review for Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. Before we jump into that review, though, as always, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on a video. And if you do enjoy our content, please make sure you give these videos a thumbs up. It greatly supports the channel and it doesn't cost you a thing. So smash that thumbs up button. We appreciate your support. So let's jump into it. So I am a big fan of the newest Godzilla franchise. I really enjoyed the first Godzilla movie that came out 2017, give or take. I really enjoyed that film. It was very divisive amongst critics and just general audiences. Some people loved it, some people hated it. There was no real in between. When they came out with Godzilla King of the Monsters, I absolutely loved that film. I thought it was really well done. The visuals were fantastic, and they really kind of did a great job of bringing all the other Titans into the fray. Same with Kong Skull Island. I really enjoyed that film too, the first Kong movie. Samuel L. Jackson, Tom Hiddleston, you can't go wrong there. But in my opinion, Godzilla vs. Kong, which, albeit had a troublesome release, coming out during COVID and all of that sort of stuff, I really did not enjoy that film that much. It had a few good things. Who doesn't love Mechagodzilla? I thought that was really, really cool, but very underutilized. Massive plot holes, very little character development. I really didn't enjoy Godzilla vs. Kong, but pretty much everything up until that point I really enjoyed and thought they did a great job with. So, as I said, I'm a big Godzilla fan. I love this current iteration of Godzilla. To me, he's just like a giant puppy dog, or lizard-esque puppy dog. If some of you may follow me on Instagram and that, I'm a big Pitbull fan. I've got a Pitbull myself. And Godzilla, this rendition of Godzilla very much reminds me of a giant Pitbull. So the second they said they were making this new one, I was going to go see it just so that I could see Godzilla. And you know what? I was very, very pleasantly surprised with this film. I went into it with trepidation. I went into it with low expectations. But I actually very much did enjoy myself. I think visually it is a very visually spectacular film. A lot of it takes place in the realm of Hollow Earth. So you've got really interesting landscapes of land above, land below, and just kind of like a skyscape in the middle. But if you follow the franchise, the whole concept of Hollow Earth, they did a really, really good job of portraying that. So visually, like cinematically or cinematographically, it's a very, very stunningly beautiful film. The action in this film, it's got a lot of action in it right from the very beginning. This film I feel is good in many ways because it focuses more on the Titan characters and less on the human characters. I very much think that's where definitely Godzilla vs. Kong fell down. There was too much focusing on the human characters and less focus on the Titans, because let's face it, we go to these movies to see the Titans. We go to King Kong, we watch King Kong to see Kong. We watch Godzilla to see Godzilla. So in that sense, Godzilla x Kong is superior to Godzilla vs. Kong because it focuses again more on the Titans. And I think that's also why I enjoyed the second Godzilla film so much, is because it very much focused on the Titans. the visual effects on Kong and Godzilla are fantastic. I would have liked to have seen maybe a little bit more Godzilla, because this very much does focus more predominantly on Kong. But even still, like, they did a fantastic job with him and what have you. So I've got zero complaints in terms of the Titans. They did a great job with that. I suppose from the promotion material, I was a little bit hesitant about how the antagonist was going to look. But they ended up doing a pretty decent job with the visuals of the antagonist, the kind of the red, I don't know, the ape, as opposed to the gorilla, I suppose you could call him. They did a pretty good job. I would say they did do a pretty good job with the visuals of him too. Again, I don't think they utilised him to his full potential in terms of making him more menacing. I think they could have probably done a little bit of a better job of making him more menacing. But, again, visually, they did a really good job there. As I said, there is a very, as I mentioned just a second ago, they focus more on I feel they focused more on the Titans than the human characters in this film, which I think is to the benefit of the film. That being said, there is obviously an undertone of a story with the human characters as well, which was okay. It was okay. Major plot holes. Major plot holes. That weren't fleshed out, weren't properly explained, didn't make sense at all. So, look, there were major plot holes in terms of the human story with this film. But, again, personally, because I go to see the Titans, I can kind of forgive a lot of the issues with the human stories, because I'm there to see the Titans. If you're going to this film wanting a really well fleshed out story full of intrigue and science and explanation of theories and things like that, this is not the movie for you. They breach topics, but then they don't flesh them out and explain them. They touch on different scientific theories, but then they just touch on it. They don't explain it. They don't investigate it or anything like that. So it's very much major plot holes, and major story holes and all that. But again, I enjoyed it because I wanted to see Godzilla and Kong, and I got more than enough of that in this film. And to me, that's the most important thing when they make a movie like this. I want to see the Titans. So that's enough on that. So, we'll move on to the casting. So, in the casting, we had a lot of returning people. We had Kaylee Hottle playing Jaya. She's been in the Godzilla versus Kong and that. So she was coming back. She's lovely. She's wonderful. Rebecca Hall comes back to play Dr. What was her name? Dr. Andrews, basically the mother of Kaylee Hottle's character. Also, we had Brian Tyree Henry returning in his role as Bernie, which I loved his character. I enjoy his character quite a bit. I think he's a fantastic actor. I enjoy watching him on screen. We had those three returning, and basically that was all the returning cast. Apart from that, it was practically all brand new cast. Dan Stevens comes into the fray in this film, and as a character called Trapper, who's a bit of a Titan vet, or he's a veterinarian, but specifically specializes in Titans, which I find very, very strange. But you know what? But his character, though, is absolutely fantastic. Every moment that he's on screen, I thoroughly enjoy. To me, out of the male character, out of the human characters of this film, to me, he was the standout. He was just absolutely fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed every second that he was on screen. So to me, Dan Stevens was the standout of this film. So, all in all, like, personally, I'd give this film a solid 6.5 to 7 out of 10. As I said, I love the Titans, and I go to these movies specifically to see the Titans. So the more action that you get with those characters, the more I'm going to enjoy the film. So this film definitely delivers on action. It delivers on Titans. It delivers on cinematic, surrealism. It definitely delivers on all of those levels. However, it does fall short on story quite a bit. But that's a sacrifice that I am willing to make to get all the other stuff. More Titans. So they can keep pumping out these films every 2 years and 2 or 3 years, and I'll keep going. I'd like to see them expand. Like, I mean, the best thing about the second Godzilla movie is that you had like 8 different Titans in it, all battling it out and all that kind of stuff. I'd like to see more of that. I mean, you get a little bit of that in Godzilla X Kong. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but there were a couple of Titans I wasn't expecting to see in this film. So you get a little bit of that in this film, and I suppose that's probably why I like it so much. I want to see more of it. I want less human story, more Titans. That's what I want. So, look, if they keep making these films, I'll keep going and I'll keep reviewing them for you. So, with that being said, at the moment, it's got an IMDB score of 6.8 out of 10. It's got a Rotten Tomatoes score of 62%. Where would you rank it? Hit me up in the comments section below. Let me know what you guys think of Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire. Me, personally, I'll give it a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Easy, all day, every day. I'll probably watch it again when it comes out on streaming. So I'll definitely see it again somewhere in the fray. But again, hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. We got heaps more content coming your way. Early next week, we will be reviewing the sequel to Pooh, Blood and Honey. The sequel's coming out this weekend, which luckily enough I'm going to see. So make sure you stick around for that. We've also got heaps more movies coming out. We got Boy Kills World. We've got Civil War. We've got, what else have we got coming up? We've got The First Omen. We've got Abigail, which I'm really excited for. That looks fantastic. We've got Late Night with the Devil. We've got Fall Guy. Heaps more content coming your way. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you guys never miss out on a video. And until next time, guys, stay jacked and stay nerdy.